Hey, what's up everyone? The Dan Sandwich here, and I am back in automation, and we are returning to this car right here, which if you don't recognize it, a little while ago I made a video where I built this car, which is a supercar that I built, but with negative 15 quality on everything. So every little bit of this car is the worst quality, but I made all the right decisions. So the best choices, but the worst quality, and then I put this up against another car that was making all of the worst choices, but the plus 15 quality. And to see what the difference was, if you haven't seen that video, I will put a card to that video on screen somewhere here, so you can click on it and view it yourself. If you want to check that out before you watch this video, or keep watching this video, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But that was, what I did for that. And then I had the idea of what would happen, like how much of a difference would it actually make if I increased the quality of this car incrementally? What types of differences would we start to see as we raise the quality level? So as you might notice, I have also renamed this car to the Testarossa, little car pun right there. And then it's a negative 15 because it is the negative 15 quality for everything. Because yeah, I wanted to kind of use this as like my test car for a couple different things, and this would be the first one. So negative 15 quality on everything. Currently, we're making 303 horsepower. It revs to 6,200 RPM. It weighs 3,451 pounds. And then, let's see, that's test track. Top speed 146 miles an hour, so not quite supercar territory there. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, so 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.47 seconds. And a quarter mile time of 13.98. So, pretty quick. And let's see, it only costs $68,000. Which, when I say only, but I mean like, for a supercar made of all carbon fiber, that's pretty cheap. But as you'll see, these numbers will go up as we check out the next car. So here is the Testarossa negative 10. So everything the same as far as the choices I made. I kept the car exactly the same, except I increased every quality setting to negative 10 instead of negative 15. And as you can see, it already is making a big difference. Now, I did kind of go back in, whenever I increased the quality settings, I did go back into like the engine and stuff like that and retune stuff so that it worked better. Because, it wouldn't really make much sense to increase the quality without fine-tuning some of the aspects of it. So I did do that stuff because, again, it just really wouldn't make that much of a difference if I didn't. But anyway, we have, so now we can rev to 7,200 RPM. It's making 400 horsepower, so almost 100 horsepower just by increasing the quality from negative 15 to negative 10, which is pretty impressive. It weighs a little bit less at 3,295 pounds now. And then it costs a little bit more, 66,000. Actually, does that cost less? It actually costs less, I think. Why does it cost less? Anyway. And at the test track, we're making 172 miles per hour now, so much more supercar territory now. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, so 0 to 62 miles an hour, 4.1, so it's quite a bit faster. So definitely a lot faster, and that's just by jumping up from negative 15 to negative 10. So that's pretty crazy. Next up is the Testarossa negative 5. So we go up another 90-ish horsepower, so from 303 to 400 to 491, revving up now to 8,000 RPM, weighing a little bit less at 3,144 pounds. And then we have, now it's getting more expensive, so $77,000 now. And then top speed of 194, 0 to 62 in 3.5 seconds, so quite a bit faster now as well. Quarter mile time under 12 seconds. So you're seeing it's definitely getting faster. It's definitely getting more powerful just by increasing the quality by 5. Now we have the Testarossa 0. So everything is set to quality level 0. So it's like the neutral setting. We are up to 556 horsepower now, so not as big of a jump as when we went from -15 to -10, or even from -10 to -5. So it's slowing down a little bit there as far as the jumps in horsepower, but it's still increasing quite a bit. Now we're up to 8,600 RPM, and we're under 3,000 pounds, and we are over $100,000 now as well. And the test track, 215 miles an hour, so we're breaking the 200 mark. That jumped up pretty considerably there. 3.1 seconds, 0 to 62, so a little bit faster all the way around there as you'd expect. Now we're at the +5 Testarossa, and we've gone up to 654 horsepower. So that's a pretty big jump there, up to 9,300 RPM, weighing it in at 2,874 pounds, so about 100 pounds lighter than the Zero car. We are up to $175,000 now, and then we have 228 miles an hour now. So almost a little bit over 10 mile per hour increase there. We're under the 3 seconds for the 0 to 62, and then we are under 11 seconds for the quarter mile. Next up is the +10 quality variant. Now we're up to 759 horsepower at 9,700 RPM, and then it weighs 2,776 pounds. It is over $440,000 now. So it's jumped up quite a bit in terms of price. So the last one was like over 100,000, and now we're like way up there. So top speed at 247 miles an hour now, so way faster. 2.7 seconds 0 to 62, and then almost a 10-second quarter mile. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, we have the +15 quality version. So we're up to 819 horsepower now, revs to 9,700 RPM, weighing in at 2,659 pounds. We're over $1 million now, so $1.58 million. So went from like 440,000 to $1.5 million. Just by going from +10 to +15, which is pretty crazy. Now we're going 270 miles an hour at top speed, and then 2.7. Still, the 0 to 60 has not changed, but at a certain point, that's probably not going to change too much. And then we are under 10 seconds for the quarter mile. So just as a quick refresher, just to show you everything this car is about, because it is the same on all of them, so I'm just going to show it on the top back one here. Carbon fiber panel material, carbon fiber monocoque chassis, mid-longitudinal engine. We got push rod suspension front and rear. The engine itself is an inline-6 3.8 liter engine using magnesium block, dual overhead cam with 5 valves per cylinder, and aluminum silicate head, billet steel crank, lightweight titanium conrods, lightweight forged pistons, harmonic dampener. We are using variable valve timing, but there's no variable valve lift on a 5-valve engine, 5-valve per cylinder engine, that is. And then it is naturally aspirated, because I went with natural aspiration for the original one because I didn't want it to blow up, because with the -15 quality turbo, I don't think it would actually work all that well. So I kept it naturally aspirated. So a naturally aspirated inline 6-cylinder engine getting almost 820 horsepower is pretty insane. Direct injection per cylinder with a race intake manifold, using unleaded ultimate gasoline. I could do a version of this where I use like methanol or something insane, but maybe I'll revisit this again. And then tubular race headers, no mufflers or catalytic converters, so just straight through to the exhaust for maximum power. And then we are using a all-wheel drive system, dual clutch, 7-speed transmission, electric LSD, semi-slick tires, 21-inch carbon fiber wheels. We are using carbon ceramic brakes, 3-piston front and rear, race diffuser, electric variable steering with all of the traction aids available, and advanced 20s safety. We are using active sports springs, semi-active dampeners, and passive sway bars. So that's what we're dealing with here. I did export all of these cars into BeamNG.drive. So let's go test them out and see how much of a difference the quality makes. I mean, as you could probably tell already, it seems like it's going to be a pretty big difference. But BeamNG is kind of weird. So we'll see exactly how much of a difference it actually does make when we try these out in the game. All right, here we are in BeamNG.drive. This is the -15 version of the car, which I did already test out in that other video, but I wanted to test it out again here, just as a benchmark. Also, the last time I did this, I was doing 2 laps around the test track instead of just 1. So obviously it's going to be a little bit different time because there's only 1 lap instead of 2. This is going to probably take me a little while just because I have to test out every one of these 7 cars at the test track. So if you want to skip to the results, I don't blame you. Maybe I'll put a time code in this video so you can just skip to that. But for those who are curious about the differences in how each car performs, you know, maybe this would be something of interest to you. This car, again, it handles really nicely, obviously, since it has, you know, push-rod suspension, it's all-wheel drive, lots of downforce, but it's just not really that fast. I mean, we're getting up to 134 miles an hour on the back straightaway there. I'm not even, you know, reaching the top of the rev limit here. So, the handling is good. The speed is not really, and that's kind of the difference. Again, with 300 horsepower, it's, you know, weighs 3,500 pounds. It's not exactly a lightweight vehicle for something like this. And the power to weight ratio is really not that impressive. So, you know, you can kind of expect something like that to happen. But we'll see how this stacks up against the other cars I've tested. It should be, you know, faster than, like, the really old cars I've done. But I don't really remember where this lined up when I tested it last time. I guess we'll see here. Oh, I lost the front splitter with the elevation change, but that's probably fine. And we're gonna be under 220, I think, so not too bad, considering it's a -15 quality. Yeah, for whatever reason too. So the naming, when I exported these into BeamNG, it grouped all of the 15 positive and negative, the 5 positive and negative, the 10 positive and negative, all were grouped under the same car for whatever reason. So this is going to show up as +15, -15. But actually did decently well. I mean, it's slower than the 911 I made, but it's faster than like all of like the regular cars that I did. So not too bad. All right, here we are in the -10 quality car. For whatever reason, it kept the same color as the +10 quality car, which is gold. Don't really know why, but yeah, it is what it is. Already, I can tell it's a bit faster. Handles still nicely because, you know, the handling should only improve as you go better and faster. But yeah, you know, pretty composed, still around the corners there, nothing too crazy. Let's see what this gets up to on the straightaway here. Last one topped out at 134. This one I should get up to like 150, I think. Maybe not though. Okay, yeah, 150. Actually not too bad. Did have to let off there to get around that bend. Overall, still, you know, pretty solid. The brakes are actually incredible. I could probably take, like, the chicanes. I could probably brake a lot later than I have been. there goes the front splitter again. Probably gonna be losing that front splitter a lot. Not sure I even necessarily need it at this level, but we'll see. The 206, so over 10 seconds faster than the -15 version, which is a pretty big difference. Alright, next up is -5. And I just went ahead and I just went into like the color picker thing when you're choosing a car in BeamNG and just picked green so it wouldn't mess up again. I tried to do like the color coding of like item quality and like RPGs and stuff like that, so you know, the -15 and -10 were like gray and white, which is just like your basic quality stuff, and then I went up to like green for like, you know, uncommon, you know, blue was rare, you know, all that stuff. Up to chrome was the highest one, because after gold I wasn't sure what to do. But anyway, enough talking about that. I'll already tell this one is quite a bit faster. I think this one was the one that had like 600, or this one had like 500 horsepower. So yeah, we're getting up to 160 on the straightaway there. Oh, step it out a little bit. Okay. Something to keep an eye on moving forward. Of course, with a lot more power becomes a lot, you know, potential for mishaps. See, the brakes are still going to be good enough to stop us. Oh yeah, I could stop a lot shorter than that, or a lot later than that. I mean, I didn't really do any testing again because I knew I was going to be driving these cars a lot, so I didn't really want to necessarily burn myself out by doing a ton of testing before actually doing the testing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm losing the splitter every time I go up that turn. I should probably just get rid of it for future iterations of this car. But let's see here. We're going to be not as big of a difference from the -10. Only a 3-second difference. Now, again, part of that might be because I messed up a little bit. And I guess I'm not, you know, the best race car driver, but still, you know, 3-second difference is not insignificant. I'm sure that we're going to be getting, you know, diminishing returns as we increase in quality, because there's only so much faster you can really go. All right, in the 0 quality, or I guess neutral quality car here. Yeah, this one definitely wants to oversteer a bit more than the other ones that we did. I didn't mess with the tire width at all for any of these cars, so I wanted to keep the handling characteristics pretty similar to each other. Up to 172 on the straightaway there. Oh yeah, I can brake way later there, okay. It's tough because I can't really tell when the brakes are going to lock up. I'm so used to playing Forza and having the rumble triggers where I can like feel the brakes about to lock up and the wheels start to spin and stuff like that. This is going to be, let's see, 157.5. That's actually quite a bit faster. Now, I didn't really make any huge mistakes there either, so... But the fact that this is the 4th fastest car that I've tested so far, and we're only at 0 quality, we might be looking... I don't know. I might be able to get a new #1. That'd be pretty insane. But yeah, we went from 206 to 20... Well, okay, so we went from 206 to 203 to 157. So I think my driving was a lot better that time. Obviously, the car's a lot better too, but you know, we'll see if I can maybe knock off the top spot here. All right, +5 quality now. Things are starting to get really fast, and yeah, the acceleration is noticeably faster for sure. I took that hairpin a little wide. Let's see if this can get any faster on the straightaway. Got up to 172 last time. Yeah, we're gonna get to like 185 here. Don't crash it. Okay. I can see it starting to go a little wide there. Coming up to the chicane now. I can really just stomp on the brakes and it's fine, which is good. Oh, I didn't lose the front splitter that time. That's funny. I wonder where that is. That's so weird. Maybe because the suspension is better? Like, better quality suspension, it's not going to bottom out? I don't know. 153, though. That is the fastest time I've ever tested of any car, which is insane. Huh. Alright, cool. So, and we still have 2 more to go, so I wonder how much faster we can get in this thing. That's crazy. Alright, so I already set a personal lap record at the Automation Test Track with that last one. We still have 2 more to go, this one being the +10 quality car here. So let's see how much faster this can go. You know, I wonder if we're going to get like... I wonder if we're not going to be able to get much faster because of my ability as a driver. Feel free to make snarky comments in the comments section below. But I feel like it should just keep getting faster, right? But we'll see. Let's see how much faster this can get up to on the straightaway. We got up to 185 last time. Let's see, 192. I'm going to start slowing down so I don't crash. 192 though. That's up there with some of the fastest cars I've tested in terms of top speed. Get on over here to the chicane. How much later can I actually brake? I mean, the brakes on this thing are just insanely good. Like, no lockup whatsoever, just stomp on them and then you're good. Oh, that's not good though. Alright, took that a bit wide. That's gonna hurt my lap time for sure. Let's see if I lose the front splitter going up this, Yep, I do, okay. So maybe it's just the line I take up that turn that determines if I lose the front splitter or not. But, doesn't look like we're gonna need it, and we're actually gonna be a little bit slower this time than last time, which is interesting. And I think it's just because I made a little bit of a mistake there. Not that my lap in the other car was flawless, but I think I could have done a little bit better in this one. But I think that just goes to show, like, I don't know how much faster around the track this thing can actually get. But we'll find out with the plus 15 quality car. Alright, on to the final test car around the test track of this video. Oh man, it's so much... I can like tell how much lighter it is. And then it just kind of like coasts through some of these corners. And I really got to be a little bit more on it. That's really interesting, actually. I feel like this might be an even slower lap than the plus 10 one, just because it's so much... Like, it's not hard to handle, but I feel like that plus 5 car was kind of the sweet spot, you know, between power, maneuverability, all that stuff. But let's find out. I took that last turn pretty well. 197, I'm still going to slow down here because I don't want to crash it. But 197 is a little bit faster on the straightaway there. Probably could have gone even faster if I didn't want to crash. If I wanted to crash, I mean. If I didn't want to not crash. I think I took that turn pretty well. Not going to really risk it here. I want to slow down for the chicane so I don't mess up this lap. Oh, I messed that chicane up a little bit. Probably could have taken that a little bit sharper. Oh, this is the one that got me last time. It got me again. Just not as bad, I don't think. I think I was still able to carry enough speed out of that it wasn't that big of a deal. Lost the front splitter. And here we go. So it's going to be, yeah, again, a little bit slower than the plus 5 car. Again, I made a little bit of a mistake, but not too much. But yeah, I think that plus 5 car was just that real sweet spot between power, weight, you know, all that stuff. I think it just kind of hit everything it needed to be better for the track. So that's really interesting. You know, get a little bit of, you know, lower return on investment, I guess you could say, as you went up. But yeah, the plus 5 car is actually the fastest around the track, at least when I tested it. Again, that might be my shortcomings as a driver, but pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, so now that we've done all of these around the test track, we're going to take them to the drag strip and see what kind of quarter mile time they can put down. All right, we're at West Coast USA drag strip. I had to turn the graphics settings all the way to the lowest settings so I could just get a consistent frame rate ever since the update. When they expanded the map, it's been insane. But here we are in negative 15 quality. We did a 13-second quarter mile time. That's actually not too bad, even. So it's faster than like the sports car I made and some of those other ones. So not terrible there. Next up is the negative 10 quality car. And we're looking at 11.5, which puts it, let's see, that's about 1.5 seconds faster than the negative 15 quality car. Alright, next up in green, we've got the negative 5 quality car. I've noticed, for some reasons, like textures aren't loading in my game in certain areas. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we've got 10.8 seconds. That is about 0.8 seconds faster than the... Oh, I mean, a little bit less than that. Like 0.7 seconds faster than the negative 10 quality car. Alright, now on to the 0 quality car, like the new for one. And that is going to be 10.1. So, again, not so much faster than the next one up, which was, yeah, so about half a second faster, a little bit more than that. So, you know, about the same incremental progress there. All right, here we go, the +5 quality car. This was the fastest one around the track. But I feel like if there's anywhere that the difference in quality is going to make a difference, it's going to be at the drag strip, right? But 9.6 seconds, that's really fast. That is good for the 8th fastest car that I've tested, and that's a good, oh, like half a second faster than the last one was, right? Yeah, about half a second. So, about half a second every single time, so we should get, well, I don't know if we're going to get into the 7-second range like the Lego race car was, but, you know, we never know. Alright, on to +10 quality here. And it's really quick. Obviously. And that's a 9.2. That's a little bit faster than... Where was it at? Yeah. Again, almost a half second faster again, so we could probably reasonably expect the next one to be in this range here, like the high 8 seconds one. Alright, now on to the final car of the testing. +15 quality, it's got like 800 plus horsepower. And let's see, 8.9 seconds. So yeah, right around what I was expecting in the high 8-second range. So yeah, about every step of the way, outside of the first, from the -15 quality to the +10 quality, was the biggest jump. And after that, it was like half-second incremental increase every single time. So that's kind of interesting. I want to see what the top speed of each of these cars is as well. Let's go do that. All right, we are at the grid map, and we're about to find out what the top speed of each of these cars is. Of course, starting with -15. According to automation, this should top out around 147 miles an hour. Let's see what this actually can get up to. 147, 148, 150. Let's see. 153, 4, 5, 6. Okay, still climbing a little bit. 157. Still going up. We're topping out at 158. So that's going to be a 158 with a -15. Now we are in the -10. So already faster in the other one than the estimated top speed in automation, so I expect this one to go a little bit faster as well. Into the 161. Steadily climbing. $176 now. 177. 78. Oh, okay. So yeah, 177 looks like it's going to be... Oh, okay, there it is, 178. Yeah, 177 is probably going to be the actual top speed because they can't really maintain the 178 there. Now we are in -5 quality. Let's see if this one can get up to 200. Alright, 178 now, so obviously faster than the -10 version. 190. I think in automation this was the one that was supposed to be like 171 or something like that, so it's already way faster than that. 195. 96. Can we get to 200? 198. Come on, 200 miles an hour. We can do it. We can do it. 200. Okay. Wow. So 200 miles an hour. And that looks like it's going to be it. Yeah, it's starting to slow down now. So that's going to be it for the -5 quality. All right, in the 0 quality car, I have no idea how fast this thing can get up to. If we're already hitting 200 miles an hour, maybe 215? I don't know. Because this one's pretty fast. Alright, we're up to 200, 201 now. $210. Can we get to 215? I think we can. 214 is where it's gonna stay at. Alright, here we are now in the +5 quality car. I think at some point the aerodynamics are probably gonna hold us back, because you got that big rear wing on there with a big front splitter as well. But 214 already is pretty fast. I mean, it's extremely fast. Especially for a naturally aspirated inline 6. Alright, 214, 215. It's starting to slow down a little bit. Again, I think it's the aerodynamics that's keeping us a little bit. So 220 now, 221. Still going. 228 now. And I think we're starting to plateau. 229 actually. Okay, still going a little bit. But 229 is going to be where we're going to be at. Oh, we're up to 230 now. Jeez, this keeps going. Alright, I'm calling it at 230. Alright, now the +10 quality car had an estimated top speed of 247. So, considering everything else has gone way faster than expected, this one might be 260? I don't know. Alright, so it's starting to slow down a little bit. 230 right there, 231. 233. Wow, not that much faster. At least right now. It's still climbing slowly now. 236 is where I'm going to call this one at. Oh, wow. It just goes up to 237. That looks like it's going to be about it. So not that much faster than the +5 quality one. Alright, now in the top end version of the car, automation estimated this one could get up to 270, but the last one was way under the estimated speed. So we might be aero limited now. The last one got up to 237 miles an hour. Let's see if we can't go much faster than that. Alright, so we're into 240s now. Still climbing. I don't think we're going to get to 270 though. It's like 247 is going to be as fast as we can go in this. So, interestingly enough, at the lower ends, these cars were all way faster than the estimated top speed and automation, right up until the +10 quality and +15 quality, which were quite a bit lower than the estimated top speed and automation, which is interesting. I'm not really sure. I think it's just because we're aero limited by that front splitter and that big rear spoiler. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. So I know this has already been a pretty long video. So I think I'm just gonna end it here. If you made it this far, if you stuck around through the whole thing, I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed already and you made it this far, why don't you subscribe? If you clearly like the stuff I'm doing, it's always nice to get more subscribers, I guess. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. I hope this was interesting to you. I thought it was pretty interesting. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.